Question 1, 3 to the power of 3 times 5 to the power of 7, all over this here, 5 to the power of 3 times 3 to the power of 4. Now look at these two first, right? Well, 5 to the power of 7 over 5 to the power of 3 is equal to 5 to the power of 7 minus 3, and that's 5 to the power of 4. So we're left with 5 to the power of 4 on top, and then you see 3 to the power of 3 over 3 to the power of 4. We subtract, so that's 3 to the power of 3 minus 4. That's 3 to the power minus 1, that's equal to 1 over 3. So we're actually left with 3 on the bottom like that. And 5 to the power of 4 is 625 over 3. And that's question 1 done. Right, question 2. Question 2 is something like this. We have 2 to the power of 3 times 3 to the power of 5 times 7 squared, all squared like that in a bracket, over 7 to the power of 4 times 2 to the power of 4 times 3 to the power of 3. Now, for a similar process, see the 2 to the power of 3 and the 2 to the power of 4, well, you know, that's 2 to the power of 3 over to the 2 to the power of 4. 2 to the power of 3 minus 4, that's 2 to the power minus 1, that's 1 over 2. So the 4 here wins out on the bottom, and you're left with, on the bottom, in the middle there, we have a 2. Now, 7 squared times 2, 7 squared, all to the power of 2 is 7 to the power of 4, you had that there. Right, so that will cancel with that. And then we're left with 3 to the power of 5 over 3 to the power of 3. You subtract, so we're left with 3 squared on top. So that turns out to be 9 over 2. It doesn't get much more simple than that. Then, I'm going to scroll down a bit here, am I? No. Don't have the normal mouse here. Right, that's number 2. 1 and 2 done, and now I want to look at number 3 here. Question 3. It's a complicated looking one here. Question 3, that should be question 3. 4 to the power of 1.5 times 8 to the power of 1 over 3 all over 2 squared times 32 to the power of minus 2 over 5. Now, this can be written, that's the same as 4 to the power of 3 over 2. Right, because 1.5 is the decimal version of 3 over 2. Alright. 8 to the power of 1 over 3. 8 to the power of 1 over 3 is like the cubed root of 8. The cubed root of 8 is what number multiplied by itself 3 times gives us 8, and that's 2. Right, because 2 to the power of 3 is 8. So the cubed root of 8 is 2. So this here evaluates to 2. All over, well, 2 squared is 4. Now 32 to the minus 2 over 5, right, we can write that as 32 to the power of 1/5, all to the power of minus 2. We'll write it like that. It helps us out a bit. Now, just a rough work here to the right of this line. 32 to the power of 1/5, that's equal to the 5th root of 32. That's what number multiplied by itself 5 times gives 32. That's equal to 2. 2 multiplied by itself 5 times is 32. So inside the bracket here is a 2. Right? Now the 4 times 3 over 2, we can write that as 4 to the power of a half, all cubed. Because remember from the first question or two, you'd multiply the 3 by this, so 3 over 2. So that's equal to that. Multiplied by 2 over 4 times, now 32 to the power 1/5, remember that's a 2, so that's 2 to the power minus 2 here. Now I'm running out of paper here again. Let's see here now. What's going on here? Anyway, I'll just continue on here as if I was going down the way, right? 4 to the power of a half, that's equal to the square root of 4. That's another way of saying it. That's going to be 2. So we have 2 cubed here, multiplied by 2. 4 to the power of a half is 2. Well, downstairs here, 2 to the minus 2, that's like, we can throw the 2 below the line here, and this goes positive. That's just the rules, that's the way it is. You can look up these rules now in the log tables. So now on top here we have 2 to the power of 3 times 2 to the power of 1. We add them and we get 2 to the power of 4 on top. 2 to the power of 4 on top, right? Because we're adding the bases are the same, we add the powers. And downstairs here we have 4 times 1 over 4, because 2 squared is 4. 4 times 1 over 4. You have 4 on the top here and a 4 down here when you multiply, and they cancel, so you're left with 1. So you have 2 to the power of 4 over 1. Now 2 squared is 4, so 4 fours is the same as 2 to the power of 4, so that's equal to 16, and that's your answer.